You are in a classroom about to take a final exam for a subject you have never studied. You look down and realize you are naked. A wave of cold, prickling panic washes over you as everyone turns to stare. You are running down an endless, twisting hallway. You don't know what you are running from, but you can hear its footsteps behind you. Getting closer. You can feel its breath on your neck. Your legs feel like they're moving through wet cement. You try to scream, but no sound comes out. You are flying, soaring effortlessly over your hometown, the wind cool on your face. You feel a sense of absolute freedom and boundless joy, a feeling more real and profound than anything you experience in your waking hours. What are these nightly visitations? For most of human history, dreams were seen as messages from the gods, prophecies, or windows into other worlds. In our modern rational age, we often dismiss them as the random firings of a sleeping brain, the meaningless static of a mind in standby mode. But what if they are neither? What if your dreams are a conversation? A nightly dialogue with the deepest, wisest, and most ancient part of yourself. The problem is, this part of you does not speak in your everyday language. It speaks in the language of symbols, of metaphor, of myth. It speaks in the language of archetypes. Archetypes are universal patterns, primal characters that live in what the psychologist Carl Jung called the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of human experience. They are the blueprints of the soul. And every night when you close your eyes, these figures emerge from the depths of your own psyche to deliver a message. To understand your dreams is to learn to recognize these visitors and to understand the wisdom they bring. Today, we are going to decode your dreams by meeting 5 of the most common and powerful archetypes that visit you at night. Our first visitor is often the one we are most afraid to meet. It arrives in the dream we all know, the one that leaves our hearts pounding and our bodies drenched in a cold sweat. The archetype of the shadow. You are being chased. The pursuer is a dark figure, a monster, a shadowy version of someone you know, or sometimes a featureless presence that is pure menace. This is the most common anxiety dream, and it is a direct encounter with your personal shadow. The shadow is the archetypal container for everything you have disowned about yourself. It is the other within. It is everything you have repressed because it was deemed unacceptable by your family, your culture, or your conscious self. It holds your rage, your envy, your greed, and your forbidden desires. But it is not just a monster. This is the most crucial part to understand. Your shadow also holds your undeveloped potential, your hidden talents, your raw, untamed power and creativity. It is the part of the nice girl that is fiercely assertive. It is the part of the tough guy that is deeply sensitive and artistic. It is any part of your full humanity that you have locked away in the basement of your psyche because you were taught that it was bad or wrong. So, when the shadow appears in your dream as a terrifying monster that is chasing you, it is not trying to kill you. It is trying to get your attention. It is trying to be integrated. The act of running away in the dream is a perfect metaphor for what you are doing in your waking life. You are running from a part of your own truth. The dream is a message from your deep mind saying, "Stop running." The energy you are using to keep this thing locked in the basement is exhausting you. If you would only turn around and face it, you would find it holds a gift for you. So the next time you have this dream, instead of running, try in your dream state to stop, turn around, and ask the figure, "What do you want?" You may be shocked by the answer. The monster might transform into a wounded animal, a lost child, or a powerful ally. To understand this dream, ask yourself in your waking life, what am I running from? What part of myself have I judged as unacceptable? What hidden strength or uncomfortable truth is trying to get my attention? Facing your shadow is the first great work of personal growth, and it begins by understanding that the monster in your dream is you. Or second, visitor is a very different kind of figure. It doesn't chase you, it guides you. It brings a feeling of peace, wisdom, and profound insight. The archetype of the wise old man or woman. You are lost in a forest, or struggling with an impossible puzzle, when an old man with a long white beard appears. He might be a wizard, a hermit, or a forgotten professor, or it might be an old woman, a grandmotherly figure, a priestess, a librarian. They don't always say much. Sometimes they just point the way, or hand you a strange object, a key, a book, a map. You wake up with a strange sense of clarity, as if you have been given a piece of a puzzle you didn't even know you were trying to solve. This is an encounter with your own inner wisdom. The wise old guide is the archetype of meaning, of spirit, of the higher self. It is the part of you that sees the bigger picture. It is your intuition, your conscience, and your connection to the accumulated wisdom of the human race. This archetype appears when you are at a crossroads in your life, when your conscious mind, your ego, is stuck. Your ego, with its logic and its fears, can only see the next few feet of the path. The wise old guide sees the whole map. It appears in your dream to offer a perspective that is beyond your everyday thinking. The message of this archetype is always the same. Listen. It is a call to pay attention to your own intuition, to the quiet voice inside you that you so often ignore in the noise of daily life. The strange object they hand you is a symbol. The key is not a literal key, it is the key to a problem you are facing. The map is not a literal map. It is a map to a new way of being. When this figure appears, it is a sign that the answer you are looking for is already inside you. Your job is to get quiet enough to hear it. To understand this dream, ask yourself, what major life question am I wrestling with right now? What is my intuition telling me to do, even if it seems illogical? What is the bigger picture that I am missing? The wise old guide is a reminder that you are your own guru, that within you is a deep well of wisdom if you only have the courage to listen to it. Our third visitor is small and often vulnerable. It can bring feelings of joy and nostalgia or profound sadness and neglect. The archetype of the inner child. You dream you are back in your childhood home, or you find a small, lost child in the street, and you are filled with an overwhelming sense of responsibility for them. Sometimes this child is radiant, playful, and full of magical energy. Other times, the child is sad, sick, or locked in a dark room. The emotions you feel in these dreams are often incredibly intense. This is a visitation from your own inner child. This archetype represents your original self, the person you were before you were shaped and conditioned by the world. It is the source of your joy, your wonder, your spontaneity, and your creativity. It is also the carrier of your earliest wounds. When you dream of a happy, playful child, it is often a message from your psyche that you need to reconnect with this part of yourself. Your life may have become too serious, too rigid, too focused on work and responsibility. The dream is an invitation to play, to be creative for its own sake, to remember what it felt like to be filled with wonder. But when you dream of a wounded, neglected, or abandoned child, the message is much more urgent. The sad child is you. It represents the part of you that was hurt in the past, the part whose needs were not met, whose feelings were dismissed. The dream is showing you that this old wound is not healed. It is still active within you, and it is secretly influencing your adult life, your fears, your insecurities, and your patterns in relationships. The dream is a call for reparenting. It is asking you, as the competent adult you are now, to go back and rescue that child. To give your inner child the love, the safety, and the validation that it never received. To understand this dream, ask yourself, where in my life have I lost my sense of joy and play? What old unhealed wounds from my childhood might still be affecting me today? How can I be a better parent to myself? Healing the inner child is one of the most profound journeys of self-love, and it often begins with a dream. Or fourth, visitor appears in one of the most common and embarrassing dreams of all. It speaks to our deepest social fears. The archetype of the persona. You dream you are giving a speech to a huge audience, or you are at an important party, and you suddenly realize you are naked or dressed in a ridiculous costume. The feeling is one of utter humiliation and exposure. All you want to do is hide, but there is nowhere to go. This is a dream about your persona. The persona is another of Jung's great concepts. It is the social mask you wear. It is the curated, edited version of yourself that you present to the world in order to fit in and be accepted. It is your professional self, your good friend self, your perfect parent self. The persona is not necessarily a bad thing. It's a necessary tool for navigating a complex social world. The problem arises when we over-identify with our mask. When we start to believe that we are the persona, we hide our true, authentic, messy self behind a flawless, polished exterior. The naked in public dream is your psyche's way of screaming. The mask is cracking. It is a sign that there is a growing gap between who you truly are and the role you are playing. This dream often appears when you are under a lot of pressure to perform, when you are in a job or a relationship that feels inauthentic, or when you are terrified of people seeing the real you, with all your flaws and insecurities. The feeling of shame in the dream is the key. It is the shame you fear you would feel if people knew the truth about you. The dream is a form of exposure therapy. It is forcing you to confront this fear. The message of this dream is a call for authenticity. It is asking you to have the courage to take off the mask, at least in some areas of your life. It is an invitation to be more vulnerable, more real, and to trust that people will accept you for who you are, not just for the role you play. To understand this dream, ask yourself, where in my life am I wearing a mask? Where do I feel like I am faking it? What do I fear would happen if people saw the real me? This dream is not a threat. It is an invitation to the liberation that comes from finally letting yourself be seen. Our final visitor is perhaps the most mysterious and alluring of all. It appears as a figure that fascinates and captivates you, a stranger you feel you have known forever. The archetype of the Anima Animus. You dream of a mysterious, captivating stranger. If you are a man, it is a woman of otherworldly beauty, wisdom, or power, your Anima. If you are a woman, it is a man of incredible strength, insight, or charisma, your Animus. There is a powerful, magnetic pull toward this figure. The connection feels fated, sacred. This is your dream lover. Waking up from this dream can leave you with a feeling of sweet melancholy and a longing to return. The Anima and Animus are the archetypes of our own inner opposite. They are our soul image. The Anima is the unconscious feminine side of a man, and the Animus is the unconscious masculine side of a woman. They represent the parts of ourselves that we have not yet integrated. For a man, the Anima holds his capacity for relationship, intuition, and creativity. For a woman, the Animus holds her capacity for logic, assertiveness, and purpose. When this figure appears in your dream, it is a call for wholeness. This mysterious stranger you are so drawn to is, once again, a part of you. The qualities you find so captivating in them are the very qualities your soul is asking you to develop in yourself. In our waking lives, we often project this soul image onto real people, which is the source of romantic infatuation. We fall in love with a person who can carry the projection of our own inner god or goddess. The dream is revealing the raw, archetypal source of this powerful dynamic. The message of this dream is to look within. It is a call to develop a relationship with your own soul. For a man, it means connecting with your own feelings, your creativity, your intuitive side. For a woman, it means connecting with your own power, your voice, your sense of direction in the world. To understand this dream, ask yourself, what qualities did this dream figure possess that I find so alluring? How can I begin to cultivate those same qualities in my own life? The Anima and Animus are our guides to psychological completeness. They show us that the ultimate love affair we must have is the one between our conscious self and our own soul. Your dreams are not random noise. They are a nightly report from the front lines of your own personal evolution. They are a map, a conversation, the shadow, the wise guide, the inner child, the persona, the soul image. These are just a few of the great archetypal figures that populate our inner world. Pay attention. Keep a journal by your bed. When you wake from a dream, write it down. Don't try to analyze it right away. Just sit with the feelings. Ask yourself which of these ancient visitors might have been speaking to you. The journey into your dreams is the journey into yourself. And it is one of the greatest adventures you will ever take. Because in the strange, symbolic, and often nonsensical theater of your nightly dreams, you will find the keys to a more conscious, a more whole, and a more truly authentic life. All you have to do is learn to listen.